What is up, guys? We are going to go ahead and take a little bit of a sideways movement here. Osiris is, or however you pronounce that, the dude with the crazy invisible dragon baby. He seems rather strong compared to our equipment right now. One of the commenters threw out a pretty decent idea of using some gold pine resin to fight him. I'm actually going to try and take a little bit of a different approach by just avoiding these guys entirely. They're also outrageously strong, particularly when... And I'm thinking that if we can just get past them to another bonfire, we might be a lot better off to get through this area just by essentially being able to flank the casters and kill them. Gotta... That sound worried me. Cool. It was much easier to get past those guys just running through than I expected it to be. They didn't even pursue very far. So the idea here is we're gonna try and like just push forward this way, see what there is to be seen, and if we need to, we can definitely come back for our series. Let's just check things out. A little bit like running into those guys rather than, you know, some giant knights that are enchanted with crazy priests behind them. That's kind of encouraging to me in our current perspective on this, that maybe there's oh man, that sun is so cool. You're looking real good up there. You're doing a great job of illuminating the world. Looks crazy. Me and a moron fight. Oh, how dare you? Alright, that's another very bright commenter pointed out that right now we're using a fire. And that's like not particularly good because once you give a weapon fire scaling, it actually doesn't infuse it with fire, right? It doesn't get any stat scaling at all. Oh, those guys are hurting me through my shield. That's weird. Why are they hurting me through my shield? That guy's getting some air on me. Alright, let's do this. Don't got any crossbow assistance. Up. Get out of here. I like that we're like circling back to the enemies that were there at the start of the game, but I just want my area to be safe here. Is this dude alive over here? He just died holding his sword. Just looks like his insides rotted out or something. Oh, that was a dirty hit. Fights seem far more reasonable. I think running through there was a really good choice. Jeez, we're also just raking in the Titanite chunks all of a sudden. Oh, what? eclipse, or if it's just the way the sun is now. It's an eclipse. Probably implies that we're in a very ostentatious time. Oh, shit, that's what's been making that sound in the background. I wasn't entirely sure that would be happening in this episode. All these dudes just being dead is really freaky. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we just try and keep pressing forward. Essentially ignoring that one super hard section of Lothric Castle. Oh, this guy's real. I'd feel bad backstabbing him, in all honesty. I mean, now that we're in fight, that's perfectly honorable. That one, but... Uh-oh. Oh, not timed correctly. Rough for him, though. Oh, jeez. I was really expecting to have the stamina to just get in there. Oh, no, don't die, don't die. Bob, don't die. Oh, no. I failed Bob, though. That was on me. I asked him not to die, and he didn't die. I gotta put again. I wonder, so someone was pointing out in one of the comments golden pine resin, which is a really good item. You need to have a relatively basic weapon in order to be able to enchant it with golden pine resin, or anything else, actually. Just enchanting weapons in general is something that you need to not have an infused weapon. It can't be a magic weapon. Only a certain subclass of weapon. So now we're enemies. Our early pot shots off. Which doesn't mean that that's a bad strategy. It just means that it's not one that's like immediately accessible to us without choosing a weapon to level up that is in that more basic vein that we don't want to give elemental attributes to, which we definitely not all the Titanite shards, normal Titanite shards in the world to do that. It's not a bad idea. All this is a roundabout way of saying, I wonder if these guys don't just have really high fire resistance. Because I feel like knights tend to have pretty high fire resistance in the Soul Series. Silver knights do, certainly. And in general, fire is just like a bigger thing. As you get later in the game, fire resistance is just kind of tending to go up. What I was thinking with going with the greatsword, the Farron greatsword for a while there. It's a very slow weapon as well, so we're sort of out of luck if we want to upgrade the weapon. We get, more regular damage. Though also we wouldn't be able to infuse it. We could just flip the Uchi-Katana to lightning scaling, which does less raw damage, but might do better because of the resistances of the enemies that we're fighting against. We could also just give it the sharp attribute, which just increases its dexterity scaling, because we are getting quite a lot of dexterity. It's freaky that these guys just fall apart completely. We're sort of taking a look around and see if there's any items to be gotten. Oh, shit. Okay. least twice as many as I feel comfortable. Oh, nonsense. Okay. So, well, I mean, actually, we got like Estus last. We also actually still have an Estus shard that we haven't cashed in. Is this actually a case where we're supposed to go forward against these dragons? It seems over here. Is there an alternative way forward from this bonfire, or are we actually kind of stuck backtracking at this point? Or do we think that we might be able to just launch bows and arrows at these dragons? Oh shit. I'm just gonna run away from the dragons. I just hear them doing things. That worries me. Got the Dark Moon longbow here. I've got like some arrows. I wonder if we can shoot their tails off. I'll just aim for the neck. Okay, that's not gonna work. Big problem is that that's just never ever going to work. Yeah, we just have nowhere near enough arrows. I mean, we like have the stats for this. That wasn't like a gimped arrow or anything. It was just a standard arrow. And that dealt no damage at all. Okay. So, what does that tell us? It tells us we really should not have drank. Oh no, I restored my ember. Never mind. That might be okay, but probably was a terrible idea. Okay, I'm thinking that there's probably just like... Let's try. Okay, we can strengthen our Estus now. Guys, I'm gonna be totally honest. I have no clue what just happened. Is it a thing down here? Oh yeah, it was. What's that thing down here? What is even inside of the moon this time? Is it like a dragon body? Alright, well that's just not cool. That's not cool. We might be able to go down into that gutter. The fact that it's just covered in loot really makes me think that we're very likely to get killed by a dragon. Also, I hear crystal lizards jiggle down. That the crystal lizard's just here to get me killed, though. In my right ear right now. Oh, there he is. Get him. He tried to get me killed. I do like the way that this feels like it's coming full circle. The enemies that we're fighting. Alright, this guy's decided to do that. Oh my god! The amount amount of damage that just hit me right there. We just randomly got an Estus Flask charge back, which was really fortunate. Oh, he just almost got stabbed in the wing there. Okay, so far this is kind of going fine down here. Okay, we just circled back to in here. We can still hear Crystal Lizard over this way. Not a hidden door. Probably just something else. Honestly, too tight night shots killed my dragonfly right now. Totally worth it. Is there any reason why we would go over there? It's like tempting fate, I guess, is why we went over there. Oh, okay, so he's just a normal dude with a sack of goo. Any other way to go left more? When I hear a crystal lizard, I really want to get it. This guy is not actually dead. He's just hanging out. Did you see how he was kind of flopping around? He's playing dead now, though. We're gonna let him think we can buy it. We just don't need to. We don't need to murder someone that's already just cowering in fear and pretending to be dead. That's a big mofo right there. Also, we got those dragons lurking in the distance. They're getting hypey. Getting close. Caught us in our roll. Gotta respect that. There's that, though. I'm fighting this guy, but the whole, like, magic just came out of nowhere at us up there. That ball doesn't seem good. Oh, no. He was trying to do there. I guess it happened. Jeez, that brought the pain. Just a large Titanite shard. Come on, man. Definitely seemed like more of a Titanite chunk-sized enemy to me. Sniper crossbow. Do we want to drop down in any of these directions? Strongly suspect that this is the door just outside of the bonfire that we came from. That is how I'm feeling. Yeah, this looks very familiar down here. I don't think we want to drop down. I think that would be backtracking rather substantially. Although, we are very low on Estus. We only got 15,000 souls. Yeah, that's our bonfire back over there. How to go forward? The fact that you can hear a crystal lizard over here. Wait, is there just like glowing over here? It looks kind of glowing. Yeah, cool. A little bit of lightning damage in a can there. Yeah, you can hear the crystal lizard from there. Alright, we'll fight this thing. fat loot. He was not guarding away forward. Drop off that bridge right away. Okay, I think all of this was just hidden loot in this direction. We definitely do have quite a ton of chunks. We could use to upgrade our Uchigatana. Let's see about giving it better dexterity scaling, or at least non-fire damage in general. I just feel like we're running into a point where fire damage. It was very strong early game, but I think it's time to transition out of it. Plus, we can just make it stronger in general. If we make it sharp, the bigger dexterity scaling is probably going to be the best way that we can deal normal damage. We could also see about leveling up just a weapon to use for lightning damage when we think that might be useful. Possibly that hand axe.
That is one.
Or maybe even something a little bit faster than that. So we now have 10 Titanite chunks? That's insane. Yeah, so I feel like we just stick with the Uchigatana mostly. We can... Oh, just in case we do, like, take some weird hit in terms of, like, its upgrade level, let's just infuse it now, actually. So I think probably sharp is going to be the way to go. Looks like we're going from, like, 312 total damage to 264, but that's pure physical. This would be around the same. It doesn't actually kill all of the dexterity scaling on it if we do lightning, which is actually kind of interesting. It's certainly worse dexterity scaling than even if it's just normal, but it does give it some. Also gives it A scaling in faith. A scaling in faith is kind of crazy, actually. We don't have a lot of faith, but we have some. It's just kicking around because we started out with the Pyromancer class. Let's go ahead and give it sharp, because we know that it has pretty good dexterity scaling. It gets up to a B, which is good. Solid damage overall. So let's go ahead and do that. And we didn't take a hit on our upgrade level at all. Our raw hand axe might be a decent candidate for just being lightning. The things that I like about it are that it attacks rather fast, but there's other things that attack rather fast, such as Sellsword Twin Blades. It's weird that they only get, like, C scaling in Faith. That's very weird to me. Like 148 damage on those. Versus, I mean, this is also +2 already, so it's not really an apples to apples comparison. But yeah, we can just, like, choose anything and probably throw some lightning on it. We only have the one lightning gem, though. Is one concern that I have. Alright, let's just go ahead and finish up upgrading the Uchigatana, which is now sharp. And we're 2 chunks away from actually getting it up to some insane damage levels. The Faring Greatsword is still, I think, I mean, the Dancer's Enchanted Swords are really freaking cool, though. Either way, we've only got one Titanite scale. Faring Greatsword's very highly upgraded already, but I don't know, now that I'm looking at, like, how much damage the Uchigatana does, and it's already up there at the Faring Greatsword. And it hits a lot faster. It's a lot easier to get attacks off. It's just spread across so many different attack types. Okay, cool. Let's stick with the sharp Uchigatana.
Pretty be careful. I don't want it.
buy some gold pine resin. That was actually a good idea from whichever commenter made that point. We can actually hold 5. Let's just hold 5. They're actually really cheap. 1,000 is nothing for us these days. Also, we can just buy large titan shards nowadays, which is pretty cool. Oh, we can buy a washing pole? Washing pole's a sweet weapon. Also actually kind of use it as like exactly what we're up to. It has much lower dexterity scaling than the Uchigatana, which is a little bit weird to me. It's a super freaking long range weapon. They're really cool. Actually, it's not like a smart use of souls, but 75 souls is marginal for us these days. Let me just go ahead and show you guys the washing pole. That's so awesome. It's just, there's no other way to be Sephiroth, really. Other than getting the washing pole. Also, its durability is like nothing. Its durability is 20. Even though Uchigatana we've had nearly break on us. But, you know, the washing pole is even easier to break. Let's go ahead and burn this. Which actually reminds me, we didn't have like enough one just kicking around, right? Also reminds me that we have an Estus shard as well. So we had all kinds of good reasons to be back here. I'm hoping that our Uchigatana does in fact do way more damage. Even if it doesn't though, it's going to allow us to reinforce it with things like gold pine resin, or even just the pyromancy that applies fire damage to it.
Pretty be careful.
Flippin' solid. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the bonfire and find our way forward. We will, I assure you, find a way forward, and I will see you guys there.